Yeah, it's flooded. Holy shit.
Oh.
Shit.
Is it innate to want to compete? Yeah. Is it innate to want to fight? Yeah, it is. Is it innate to want to be part of a team or a pack or a group? Yeah, it is. Is it innate to want to win? For a lot of people, yeah, it is.
Dude, it's crazy. We just don't have space.
Yeah.
You know, I gave Jill, Jen, Henry, and Bill the task of fitting what you really need 60,000 square feet for, or at least 50, fitting it into 10,000 square feet. All this boot machinery, plus all the stitching machinery for denim, like, we just don't have the room. We'll make it work, right? We're gonna make it work. One way or another, we're gonna make it work, because that's what we do. But how do you scale that, right? You need physical space to scale. You do. I mean, it's just, you can only do so much in a small space, which was a huge space 18 months ago. So we've been talking about this Bass building. So this is where the Bass shoe factory was. This is where the best shoes in the world were made, and some of the best manufacturing in the world was right here at this building. Remember when we went to the mill, the one in Madison, and it was just like, dude, that's crazy. This is not crazy. Dude, every time I go, I get excited. Every time I go, I get excited, and then I leave just like, we're looking for a different solution. Every single time I go, it's gonna end up like this right here.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's gonna end up like that. We're gonna need more space, and at the end of this year, we're going to need more space.
Yeah.
We will not be able to grow without it.
So, warehouse is drying out. We'll probably have some clips from last night. There really isn't proper drainage. We just took over the property this year, so when the plow trucks plowed the snow into the ditch over here, what it did was it built up, and that of course there's nowhere for the drains to go. So we're lucky it froze last night, because otherwise it was going to keep going. So before we have another thaw, we need to trench this. So this was all water, 5-6 inches deep as you go over here. Like, we've gotten more snow this year than at this point than I can remember. So we had all this snow, we hadn't had any thaws or any real warm days or any melts, we had just had a fresh storm, and then all of a sudden, warm day, lots of rain, everything melted, and it was like a river coming through here. You know, people want to know what's really going on here and how things work and see behind the scenes, and this is it's raw. Like, we're gonna eventually build a podcast room here and move it out of Pete's office. Something that we got with the building when we moved over here for labs was an apartment. Well, now it's going to be a kitchen for our R&D. When we decided that we wanted to make a bar, protein bar, food bar, we went to all the big manufacturers across the United States. We started a project with the one that we thought would have the best luck doing the bar that we wanted to do, and they failed miserably. Basically quit on the project, which was a little defeating. There's really two ways to make bars. We have the ability to make a bar stick together with sugar or glycerin. Now, yes, there's natural sources, vegetable glycerin, but in my opinion, it's still not good for you. And everybody knows sugar is really not good for you. So we went to these manufacturers and we're like, we want to do it with neither. And they're basically like, it can't be done. What is an alternative? Okay, well, there's two alternatives. There's stevia, and then there's monk fruit. Stevia is decent. It's a neutral sweetener. Why? Because it's not bad for you, but it's not good for you. Where monk fruit is a superfood. Monk fruit actually it's the only sweetener that goes positive on the scale. So not only is it sweet and tastes delicious, but it's actually good for you. It actually has medicinal properties, like peat with weaving. You know, they're like, you can't weave your own fabric. He's like, watch me. So guess what? We're gonna develop and do all the R&D for our own bar. We're making some pretty cool stuff. If you come over and check this out, these are just one of the first batches of bars that we've made. And we're simply making a base here, except this isn't glued together with any sugar. There is 0 sugar in this bar. Why is it that food scientists that have been in the industry for 20 years, 30 years, can't figure out how to do this? We did it in a week. I don't know, maybe it's the Origin way. Man, we're gonna make the best friggin' food and protein bar that's gonna be on the market, and it sure is gonna be the healthiest, I can tell you that.